Hello. Welcome to my impromptu live. Hi there. I need you to hit me in the comments and tell me, like, what's up? Where are you calling in from? Where are you viewing from? And also, are you a current AI chatbot builder? Are you using CBB? Holler at your girl. Listen, I'm supposed to be doing like a lot of other stuff today. But I was at the Scale with AI conference and I taught how to build a 15-minute chatbot. You know, the ones that we can do in 15 minutes, but then sell for thousands of dollars. Yes, that one. And then I didn't get to show even more. And I want to show even more. So then I was thinking, I have all this work to do, but I don't want to do it. So we're going to have some fun. I got my red vine, so it's serious. It's serious. I don't know what's going to happen here. I do have somewhat of a plan. I just want to build a chatbot, bro. I want to take you one-on-one to beyond. So let me know what's your level of building in the chat. Ask questions. Might have a secret VIP show up. You never know. So let's get into it. All right. I think what we're going to do is first say hi. Dexter in the house. What's what? And then we have Rick Slick Rick in Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, CBB. All right, look at that, making that money, ching ching. I should have sounds. I feel like if we're gonna do a true procrastination situation, I need sounds like applause. But before we get too far into the weeds of all that, we're gonna do a little magic and build some bots. What do you think? Doesn't that sound fun? I think I have in here a show and tell screen. Boop, that one isn't gonna do it. It isn't gonna do it. I need to shrink my screen. You guys are looking at a knowledge base. Isn't that fun? Who doesn't love a knowledge base? Let me tell you, the key to any bot, the thing you should be spending the most time. Are you taking notes? Because this is important. I'm dropping the nuggets. There it goes. Look at that. I made it fit. Is your prompt engineering. Let's talk about prompt engineering real quick, because before we get too far into this, we're going to need licorice for this one. Oh, red vines, you cutting me short here. All right, so first you need a purpose when you're doing a chatbot. This is Gemini. Gemini's helping me out here. What is the purpose of your dang chatbot? You got to tell the AI what it's all about, right? So for instance, purpose in this case, this is for Mirabella Homes. This is just like a fake company I created. You're Bella, the helpful AI assistant from Mirabella Homes. That's my last name if you didn't know. Your main purpose is to answer questions and assist relocation home buyers, local home buyers, and home sellers. This one, man, do you need to make sure you include something like this? Keep messages short, but don't just tell the AI to keep it short, because if you tell an AI, keep it short, the AI is going to be like, cool, man, here's like 3 pages. AIs, right? Those LLMs, they're so silly. You have to be specific. So keep the messages short yet helpful. So I want to keep it between, as you can see if you're reading my screen, 3 to 4 sentences. Also, never talk about things that don't have to do with this company, bro. Come on. So you gotta give some context here. Now, here's the thing that you may or may not know. LLMs hate being told what to do. I kind of think of them like I think of my 8-year-old. You tell her what not to do, she's going to do that thing. And LLMs will do the same. So how do we fix that? Well, if you tell it not to do something and it goes and dang it, it does it, don't be mad like me at my 8-year-old. Frustrating. Instead, you're going to skip all the way down to the bottom. We're just skipping ahead to persistency. All right, so we have purpose, profile, people, persistency. These are the 4 P's so far. We've only gone through 2 of them, but I wanted to skip to persistency because this is how you fix a lot of problems when it comes to working with LLMs. Really doesn't matter if you're working in ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, if you're using Magi, if you're building bots, you have to have examples, persistency. Give me the Q&A. So if I'm like, yo, don't talk about politics, so then I give an example. Can you tell me which political party is dominant in Salina? And then my AI is going to come back and say something to the effect of, I focus on real estate and helping you find the perfect home. For questions about community features, local amenities, or any specific properties, feel free to ask. So give an example. All right, back to the top, yeah. So what have we done? What have you learned so far? We've learned that you need 5 Ps to create a prompt, a proper prompt. The first P is purpose. Tell your AI what it is and what its purpose in this world is, okay? Name your AI. Tell it it's an AI assistant. Don't try to hide the fact that this is an AI, mostly because it's already the law in California and Germany to disclose that. So who knows? Unless you're going to ask, hey, are you in California or Germany? I would just do it, right? Next would be profile. What is the profile? It's what the business is about. This is really where the knowledge base goes, okay? Hi, Steve. Hi, Mister. Hi, Jane. Look at that. We got all kinds of cool people in the house. All right, so the company overview for this case, I'm going to tell it what the name of the company is, who the owners are, all the important players, what's the specialty, where are they located, contact information, all those good things. Here's a little bit more information. So when it comes to the profile, we're really digging into the actual knowledge base, whereas the purpose is more of a prompt. The profile is more of the knowledge base. So everything this AI needs to know. But here we need to go full screen for this because I see this way too often in our community. If you, the bot builder, if you're building a prompt, you do not need to put everything in the kitchen sink in there. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? I see you guys doing this all the time. So I'm going to give you an example. I have a chatbot that is called Joanne from Joe Mama's Coffee. And Joanne's job is to be basically a coffee connoisseur. And when I create the knowledge base for Joe Mama's Coffee and Joanne, I'm not going to put in there everything in the world about coffee because here's the thing. I'm using OpenAI, bro. Where does OpenAI get that information? How up to date is it? I believe at last check, 3.5 was updated September 2022. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it already knows everything about coffee. Unless something new has happened in the coffee world, I don't think I need to add that to my database. I only have to give Joanne, my coffee connoisseur, an idea of what she should be discussing. I'm going to give you an example. Let's just get into it. Why not, right? Let's jump over into into that account because I want you to visualize it, right? I do not use voice flow. Oh, yeah, that is a question that came up. Yeah, I'll get to that. Thank you. What was I going to show you? We're going to go to Joe Mama's Coffee, one of my demo accounts that maybe you saw me build out in another live. And we'll just go to settings. I'm just showing you behind the curtain right now because I'm teaching you things about prompting. Let's go look at the prompt in here so you get an idea. All right. So purpose, Joanne tells about what it is. All right, check this out. Joanne, purpose. Joanne, the AI assistant of Joe Mama's Coffee, offers expert guidance on coffee-related topics with a layer of humor and the ability to provide contextually relevant information about Durango, Colorado, because Joanne lives in Colorado, Durango, my college town. I think I'm going to choke on red vines here, Bo. She enhances the coffee experience by answering questions, sharing tips, and now offering insights into Durango when pertinent. So I'm going to tell you why I did it this way. When I created this knowledge base for Joanne, I said, answer questions about coffee in Durango. But then she would be all clever, as those AIs tend to be, those LLMs. And it would be like answering questions about coffee, but with a Durango, Colorado twist. Like it was trying to force Durango into every answer. And I was like, okay, only when prompted, only when contextually relevant should you answer that question. So you really have to test these things out and figure out like, what is that balance, right? All right, always respond in the same language as the user. And then here's the profile. That's our second P. And then people. So look at the FAQs here. Answers to frequently asked questions about coffee with the ability to touch on Durango-related topics. Do you see anywhere in here a full list of every type of coffee in every region in the world? No, because the OpenAI has already got that information. So do not waste your time, your database, and your money, because if you want to create a database that's just way bigger than what our 3.5 is going to offer you, then you're going to spend your own money and you're going to hit those data caps and you're going to slow down your bot. And honestly, you're doing too much. 9 times out of 10, y'all doing too much. Keep it simple. When I was in college, we learned the KISS method. Does everyone know the KISS method? Keep it stupid simple, or keep it simple stupid. Depends on how mean your marketing instructor was. Okay. So that is the example I wanted to show you, is that I'm creating that database, but I don't have to put in every single detail. So back to our Mirabella homes here, I have purpose, I have profile, people. Who are the people? Who are we helping? I actually already addressed that up here. So home buyers, home sellers, people who are relocating. Okay, so that needs to be in there. And then persistency. And persistency is your Q&As and your examples. So that's what I mean by persistencies. Always include, if your AI is not working the way you want it to work, you need to change your prompt. And a lot of time, the thing you're missing is persistency. Okay. So the next one, we've gone through 4, there's 5, is perfection. What does that mean? Well, that means you're going to test it. You're going to put it in your AI chatbot and you're going to test this bad boy. Okay. So let's do it. I'm going to do it for not Mirabella Homes because I already did that one earlier today. I'm going to do it for Grape Expectations, my nice little wine bar. So let's go ahead and create a page. Have you created your first chatbot yet? You are now entering the zone of creating your first chatbot. So if you're a 101er, this one's for you, baby. Go sign up. When you sign up, you're going to see a screen like this. If you only see web chat, good. If you see everything else, stop it. Go to web chat. Always, always, always. Listen, mark my words, put it in exclamation point, highlight it, get a red pen and circle it. Always start at web chat. Why? Because imagine this, you sign up to Messenger right away. You're already connected to Messenger and you haven't even trained your bot yet. It's already working. And all of a sudden people are messaging your page and the AI is responding. Bro, we're already connected to OpenAI. Let's take a minute, step back, train it, and then connect all the dots that are with our customers. Okay. I see it all the time. People are connecting Instagram right away. They're connecting Messenger right away. Don't do that. Always, always, always circle, dots, highlights, web chat. Let's do it. All right, we're going to name it Grape X. That's why. Expectations Wine Bar. Boop. Let's capitalize that because it's a company. How y'all doing out there? You still with me? Continue. Now, because I am kind of obsessed with aesthetics, as my daughters would say, slay girl, slay queen. That's what my daughters, who are like 8 and 10, that tells you where we are with the alphas. All right, so here we are. This is my channel. Anyways, since I am obsessed with aesthetics, I do not want this little robot face. So we're going to go to settings first. That's your first stop. We're going to make it pretty. Okay. So we need a brand color. What is the brand color for this brand? I think I need to go pull it up real quick. It's this beautiful purple color. This Canva, if you didn't know. I use Canva for everything. All right. So back over to our bot. We're going to target country. Where do most of your contacts live? Mine live in the United States. And then the brand color for your bot. I'm going to put my brand color in here. Look at this beautiful purple color. Ooh. Don't do anything until you hit save. Just hit save. Trust me. Otherwise, you just did all that for none. Now, what if you get in your bot and you like named it Test Wine Bar or something like that? And you're like, whoa, now I built it out. This is pretty epic. I'm ready for it to go live, but I don't like this name. Kelly, what do you do? Down here at the bottom, under settings, go to rename account. You can rename your account. You can be like, I forgot to capitalize wine bar and it's a proper name. Okay. And then your account has been renamed. Boom. Okay. Now, time to change that logo. Change logo right at the bottom. I don't like the robot face. Click on it. Just click on the robot face like you're smacking it away, right? And then you're going to go, let's see, we're Grape. That's not the one. I made a new logo for this one. And just throw that bad boy in there. Grape Expectations. I just sit around and procrastinate and create logos on my days. All right, so then it's set up. Okay, so now we got to make this bad boy smart. And Tim Walker in the house. What's up, Tim? All right, integrations. Integrations is where all of your integrations are going to be, right? We have your conversion tracking, your OpenAI. That's where we're going to spend some time. Gemini, Claude, Google Sheets, Google Calendar, Microsoft, Zapier, Make, Pabbly. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of breath. There's so many amazing integrations. That's another reason why CBB can't be touched. Okay, so let's go to OpenAI because that comes with your account. 3.5 Turbo comes with your account. You don't have to pay extra. You don't have to deal with APIs and external requests and Rippler, whatever, ripping you off. You don't need that. All you need to do is go here, click edit, and we're going to put in our knowledge base, which I just told you all the things you need to know to build a knowledge base. Why am I doing it this way? Work smarter, not harder. Select all, copy, go back, paste that bad boy in. Boom. It's in there. There's my knowledge base. Functions, we'll get to it, but you already have a built-in function. Basically, a function is like the glue. It's a conduit. It's a bridge from one side of an AI chatbot to another side of an AI chatbot that's going to call information in and make your AI chatbot even smarter, but we'll get to that. But for now, we have a connect to user option. Cool. More options. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Listen, if you're new to CBB and you are already removing models and trying to do too much, stop. I would challenge you all to build your first AI chatbot as what I like to call a simple chatbot. Go through my foundations course, which I'm continually adding videos to. Build it simple because CBB is not like any other legacy platform. Legacy platforms are about rule-based and conditional logic. I'm about breaking rules and defying logic, okay? That's what CBB is about. Breaking rules, defying logic. We don't play in the same arena. We are in our own league. And if you're still building the old school way, I need you to retrain yourself. Forget the old school and retrain yourself before you go on and you're like, I know how to build chatbots. I've been doing it for 7 years. And you go into the flows and you start building out chatbots you might see on one of the legacy platforms. No, stop it. You heard it here first. Okay, so don't remove anything. Don't go building crazy rules-based platforms. Don't try to build in an assistant or a template or whatever. Don't do it until you do the basics. Because if you can't master the basics, I'm gonna have to have my support team help you in the ticketing. And let me tell you, I am personally a little tired of. I'm gonna mom you guys right now. Hold on. Tough love time. Ow, I think my knee just broke. Tough love time. I'm sorry, it's going to be said. I am personally kind of sick of people asking basic questions or asking questions for complicated effing bots that I could tell you have not watched the basic videos. I can tell you have never even tried to build a basic, what I call a basic bot in CBB. And it's so important you do it first. That's why I want to harp on it. That's why I'm giving you the tough love, because your success is my success. My success is your success. Okay, we are tied here, bro. I need to make sure that you have the foundational understanding of using CBB. And I get it. I've been building bots since 2017, okay? I was like the queen of conditional logic bots. I had to relearn it too, and I'm still learning along with many of you. So you gotta do that, You just got to do the basics first. So that's what we're doing. All right, continue. Sorry, I had to go off on you. I love you guys, but I had to go off. All right, this thing is not on. I make this mistake every time I do a demo. You got to click the auto GPT. Originally, this was automatically on, but we listened to our users. We made sure it was off, but that means you have to remember to turn it on. Click save. Did you see that? I clicked save. Last time I forgot and it still didn't work. All right, your bot is basically done, but let me show you some things. So over here on the side, you have your flows. Okay. Flow with me. All right. Oh, this is new. Look, prompt generator. Look at that. You got a prompt generator in here. You don't even have to know how to build a prompt. I'm not going to mess with it right now because I haven't had time to play with it, but you should. New accounts have that. But look what comes with your account. You have a prompt generator, which, we can go in and play with. I'll do that in a second. But you also have default messages. Don't touch those, okay? You're not even using default messages right now. You're using auto GPT. These are different things. Most of you just need auto GPT. Welcome message. This is already built for you. Everything's on. It's built. It's done. Okay. Welcome message. There it is. All right. So it's already done. And if you want to just tweak it a little bit, you could see it's using OpenAI. We know that because it says, what does it say, friends? OpenAI. Okay. So we'll just click on that and we'll look at how it's trained. This is how it's trained. You are a helpful assistant for account name. The thing we named it, right? Grape Expectations Wine Bar. Your goal is to welcome on behalf of Great Expectations Wine Bar in a friendly tone and ask how you can help. That's good enough for me. I'm happy with it. Continue. Publish. Listen, it's done. Like at this point, it's done. There's a couple ways we can access it. I'm feeling lazy today because again, I'm procrastinating. So we're gonna do this. Welcome message. Let's just go to get link and copy. And I guess we'll open a new tab. Like, why not? I don't know. Do you guys want this as like something like this where it's just like the whole chat? Are you like feeling like we should put it in a chat thing like this so it looks like a phone? I always like that. It's repeating itself because I just put it in this weird phone thing and that always trips it out. Okay. So let's, oh, you know what? No. Take it back. I don't want to do it that way. Delete. Just don't mind me, friends. We're just, messing around. Fly me to the moon. Don't ask me why that song is stuck in my head. All right, here we go. Let's go to marketing. You see how marketing, I don't know if you see this. How the dollar sign? Come on. That's because we're making you money. No joke. Boop. All right, back to our money-making marketing. Let's see. Entry point links. That'll work. I know you guys can hear me chewing, and that's fun for you. Okay. Let's just do it right. There it goes. Now it's working the way I wanted to. Okay. Welcome to Great Expectations Bar. How can I assist you today? Yes. Hi. Where are you located? All right. That was just me talking. It wasn't a voice thing. Voice message. You see, it's just my text. Great Expectations is located at 123 Wine Road, Salina, Texas. We look forward to welcoming you. Okay. So that worked. What else can it do? What else can it do, friends? Well, you see this little microphone? Let's try it. I dare you to find me another platform that does it this quickly. Hi. I was wondering what kind of white wines you guys offer right now. I sound so Valley Girl in that. Hi.
At Grape Expectations, we currently offer 3 white wines on our menu. Pearl Whisper Chardonnay, Elysian Meadows Sauvignon Blanc, and Lunar Riesling. Each wine has its own unique flavors and characteristics. Let me know if you'd like more details on any of them.
Okay, so it works. Check. It is voice enabled. I don't know. Were you here the whole time? Did you at any point see me enabling any voices or like connecting to voice something or another and using like Ripley ripoff whatever or Make or Zapier to get the voice to work? No, it was automatic, friends. Boom. Is there a mic drop app? Come on. I feel like we need to do this one though. This is my favorite sound.
Caliente.
All right, cool. It's also multilingual, like from the get. I don't speak any other language but English, so let's do something like this. Translate the following to Italian. Do you offer any sparkling wines or champagnes? ChatGPT for the win. All right, so it's asking about sparkling wine or champagnes. Here we are. In Italian. Will it answer in Italian? I don't know. Yes. Immediately it will answer in Italian. You got Japanese, it's going to answer in Japanese. You want to speak, I don't know, can we speak pirate? I don't even know if it can do this, but wouldn't that be fun? Or like Morse code. Morse code. What kind of red wines do you offer? Okay, we're going to do this in Morse code, friends. Okay. Now this, I have no idea if this will work. So if it doesn't work, I mean, who's going to talk to your bot in Morse code? But if it works, I think that would be hilarious. It does not like Morse code. What? You don't speak Morse code? Yeah, it's like, no, this is wine, Kelly, not Morse code. We are not in the military. All right, I tried, but it can speak all the main languages. It can do voice. I didn't have to do anything. I mean, you guys, I've been live for like not even 30 minutes, and most of the time I'm just telling you how to do prompts and eat licorice. So I feel like that was amazing. Okay, now who wants to? Rules are in your prompt now. Oh, hey, thank you. Look at that. The rules are in my prompt now. Love it. Okay, check it out. I'm not done yet. So this is as far as I basically got when I did, let's go back here. When I did my presentation today at the AI conference. But I want to show you how to connect to Facebook, okay? Because everyone's always like, well, how do you connect to all these different things? Cool, bro. I'm going to show you. Settings. Integrations, actually channels. These are the channels that we support. And today we will be connecting Facebook Messenger. Come along with me because we're going to take some extra steps today because a lot of you might be like, my thing's not showing up, my page. I'm going to show you how to fix that. Connect. Messenger. Okay. So we're looking for grape expectations. Do you see it here? No, you do not. What do you do if this happens? Do not create a support ticket. Follow these steps. I also had a short video about this. So hopefully, okay, we need to close all these. Yeah. All right. Step uno, go to your account. This is my personal account. Settings and privacy. Settings. Scroll down. Apps and business integration. Stop talking to me, y'all. I need that pop-up to stop. View and edit. Find Chatbot Builder. View and edit. Right. Now what you got to do is you got to go in and you have to like select all the accounts that you want included in your world. I don't have an Instagram for this one. I didn't go that far today, but I do have Facebook accounts. Let's go look for the Facebook accounts. All right. So what did I call this thing? Grape expectations. There it is. Boom. This page. Grape. You can select all of them. I have so many demo accounts and client accounts that I don't want to have in my thing. So I do it the longer way. Grape expectations right there. Grape. I know you have to give permissions. Do you want it to work correctly? Give the permissions. Take the time to do it right. I feel like that's a lyric of some song. It's going to be stuck in my head now. Grape expectations. Yes. And save. All right. Now we're going to go back to this. We're going to refresh. What? I just solved that problem for you? Yes, I did. Click connect. Now, you're not done. A lot of you might think, I can get rocking and rolling. I can start building my messenger bots. No, you cannot. Doesn't matter if you connected Instagram or Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. We got to do our handover protocol, friends. So in order to do that, we're going to head on back. We're going to go to that account, log in as the account. Here we are. You see, I'm in the account, friends. Okay. So from here, let's go to our page. So this is like super easier for you to navigate. All right. So this is my page. Cool. I'm in as my page. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to scroll down to, they just changed it. Let's see. Let's see. I forgot what they changed it to. So give me a second. Page setup seems easy enough. And then we're going to go to advanced messaging. You do not need to hear me chew. All right, here we are. Time for some protocol handoffing, whatever. All right, so we have here Messenger. We have here Instagram. I'm going to click on configure. You can see the app is here. So it's like working. Great. Configure. Select. Chatbot Builder. Boom. Might as well just do Instagram too. I don't have an Instagram, but let's just do it. Boom. Let me check. Yep. Done. Okay. If you want to eventually do one-time notifications, you might confirm. Boom. Listen, I'm just rocking and rolling here. Now you are ready to set up your messenger bots. Why would you do this? Well, because of amazing things like if I wanted to create a comment automation. Let me see my notes here. Update your settings, because I have a note about something I want to do, like home buying checklist. Do you want a home buying checklist? Oh, let's do that. So before we get into a comment automation, let's go create a function, because I told you I was going to do that. Let's go to settings. Our function today is going to deliver a, what did I call that guidebook? A home buying checklist. Okay. So we're going to go to integrations. How y'all doing out there? You still with me? Does it make sense? Do you have questions? Open AI. Functions. Remember what I told you functions are? It's like the conduit. For those of you who don't know what the word conduit is, it's okay. I have a large vocabulary. That's my dad's fault. It's a bridge. It's glue. It's the thing that puts all the puzzle pieces together. Your hand, whatever. Name your function. Okay, so my function is going to be called home buying check. Is it the home buying checklist? Really quick, let me check and see what it is that I made. It is, home buying timeline. That's what it's called. Home underscore buying underscore checklist timeline. That's what I called it. Okay. What does it do? This is so important. We do see this a lot with people who are not setting up their functions correctly. This gives context to the AI. The name is going to allow the AI to recognize what function it's going to pull. And the what does it do is going to help the AI to understand what the purpose is. Okay, so these are important. Allows the user to give their first name, last name, email address in order to receive the home buying timeline guide. Boom. All right, so what kind of data are we going to collect? Now, I want to preference this by letting you know that both on my YouTube channel as Baby Got Bot, as well as Chatbot Builder AI's YouTube channel, if you go to playlist and you click on the Foundations course, I have 4 videos all about functions because there's so many things you can do with them. In this case, we are going to collect information. What information are we going to need? Well, I already told you up here. We're going to need their first name. We're going to need their last name. We're going to need their email. Let's just throw it in there for shits and giggles. Let's also ask for their phone number. Okay. Then we have to save these things to custom fields because right now we're just like throwing data out there, just all willy-nilly, but we have to save them to cuffs. What's a cuff? A cuff is short for custom field, which I want you to think about as like the floppy disk for you old people, to where we save our content or data. But for you non-old people, I'm one of the old people that knows what a floppy disk is. It's like a folder where you save, like a pocket where you stick your data. All right. So it's like a folder. All right. So first name is going to go to first name. Last name is going to go to last name. Email address is going to go to email address. Email. Phone number is going to go to phone. Now you could, oops, what did I do there? I accidentally deleted it. Email underscore address. Email. All right. Now, here's the thing. You can create other ones that are not listed here. But if you do that, go into the flows, go into the custom fields and create your cuffs. Remember we talked about it, the floppy disk of your data. And you're going to, hand orange covering eyes. Yes. The old people are all laughing. The floppy disk of your data. And you can create that and then you can add it here. So you can ask all kinds of data questions and save them. All right. And then what flow is triggered? Ah, dang it. We should have totally built our flow first, but that's okay. So for now, I'm just going to say, sorry, under construction. We will not be sending that out to our clients, but we're going to continue. Let's go create the flow. So what I'm doing now is creating the flow that if someone says, hey, I want to know more about your, whatever you call it. What is the timeline of after I build my home? Like, what is that guide, right? And then they get the function, and then where do they go after they give me the information? That's the flow we're building. The where do they go? So we're basically going to be delivering timeline guide. But here's the thing, friends. You also need, there's a lot of steps that we got to think about. We have to think about where are we going with them, but also where is our data going? Okay. Our data can go to a lot of places. We have a lot of options. This was what makes my job as an educator so hard to do a short video. Cause like, for instance, I just did a release yesterday on the channel, how to build a comment automation, and we were collecting information. And like literally there's so many options here. Like I could just let it sit and not use any of the information. I could set up an AWS email and then I could send emails. Where's my email? I don't even see it in here. Oh, send an email. But I could send an email. We're not going to do that because I don't have AWS signed up. Let's get out of this for a second. I can create a Zap that goes to my ESP, email service provider. I use Constant Contact. So that's an option. And then I would, go into my integrations, my settings. I would go into my integrations and I would just go down to Zapier and I would click this thing, Chatbot. And then it was like going to pop up and be like, oh, log into Zapier. And then I would follow those steps, but I'm not going to do that today. We're going to keep it simple. Or I could do Google Sheets, which is what I'm going to do. So you're so floppy. Google Sheets, connect. This is where I'm going to send my data. Let's just go with this account here. Give it permissions. It needs it. Continue. All right. So now I'm connected to Google Sheets. I'm going to have to go create a Google Sheet to collect this data. Wrong account. If you have a question, hit me with it in the comments. I'll try to get to it. All right. So we got Sheets. Create a sheet. Let's call this Mirabella Home Leads spreadsheet. Sure. Whatever. What are we collecting? First name. Let's just do F name. L name, email, and phone number. I feel like everything needs to be a song today. And then we're going to protect that and make it bold. And actually, we'll leave that alone. Okay, so we're going to collect the first name, the last name, the email, and the phone number. Cool. This is good. Click share. Go ahead and get a copy of this. I always like to do anyone with a link just in case. Copy that link. Done. Back to this. Go back to your sheets. Go to manage. You have to add the sheet here. Any sheets that you want to connect to. I'm sorry, I just hit you guys in the face there. Click add. We're going to call this buying timeline leads. It's not how you spell timeline, but you get it. All right, and then put our link in here and continue. Now it's added. Now we can go back to our flows. Delivering timeline guide. All right, so again, someone has given us their information. They want the guide. This is where they go next. Okay, so they're going to come in here. And we are going to make the first step actually an action. All right. This is now our first step. We can move you over here. In fact, we could just delete you for now. And in this action, we are going to add a Google Sheet. So let's go to Google Sheets. And you're going to click add. Oh, no. Click on Google Sheets. We're going to send the data in this case because we're just sending data. But you can also get a row, get a random row, update a row, clear a row, generate dynamic gallery. So many options. Send data. There's buying timeline leads. Boom. Okay. Worksheet. It's just the number one. And then we're just going to tie our stuff from CBB over to our stuff in our spreadsheet. All right. So first name is first name. We're just connecting the dots. Last name is last name. Email is email. Phone is phone. And that's it. So first step, they come to this flow. Content is sent. Boom. Next step, we got to give them something. We got to say hi. We're like, thank you for that information, my friend. Here is that thing that you wanted. Okay. And we're going to make AI do it because who wants to type? All right. So the AI message, let's just go here. Click on this again. Click on your AI. We have to train the AI on what it's going to do. Thank the user for their information and let them know that they can now access the guide. Do not include any links whatsoever. All right. Response custom field. Save response to. I just don't like any of these, so I'm going to create a new one. AI underscore text. This is always like my catch all. All right, so we're going to save the AI's response to AI underscore text. Take out the function. Click continue. This is not going to work. You're going to set it up like this. You're going to be like, why doesn't it work, Kelly? It's because you don't have a text box. There can't be text without a text box. So we're going to do that. we're going to do our little squiggly lines, AI underscore text, which is the same, if you recall, as this right here. Must be the same. Continue. And then we'll add a little button. And just to make our lives easier, I'm going to find that dang guide. I think it's this one. And I'm literally just going to share like a shareable link from like a public view link. Let's just do that. Keep it simple. Like I wouldn't recommend doing this if you're actually sending stuff. There are so many things that you can do that are better than this, but you can add a button with grab guide and then the link. You can also upload the document in here. If you want, you can embed it if it's the web app, web chat. But there's a lot of options. The point is here, we're going to be delivering what we promised. Okay, so click publish. Now, we got to go fix our function because we didn't fill all this stuff in. So let's go back to our main side over here, our main gig. Let's go to settings. Once I wrap this function thing up, if our secret guest is still watching and wants to jump in and have some fun and answer questions and stuff, I'm more than happy to do that. Integrations, OpenAI, and we are going to go to functions. I always get that conjunction function. What's your I don't know. It's a song that stuck in my head from Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid. Home buying timeline, edit. All right, now where are we going? First of all, let's delete this. We are going to delivering timeline guide and continue. It's done. I don't know. Is it done? No, it's not done. Let's see. We're going to go to OpenAI. Listen, if your function's not working, well, I'm going to tell you the same answer every time. It's your prompt. Always it's your prompt. So we have to add it to the prompt. So let's see. Keep messages short. Let's just put it at the bottom. If the user is looking for our home buying timeline guide, please ask them for their first, let's see, please send them to, I don't remember the name of this function. Let's go add it and then I'll know. Let's add the function home buying timeline, home underscore buying underscore timeline. I don't even know if this works, but it works for me every time. So I assume that it works, but watch, listen. Someone is like watching this, like Ryan Baggett's probably in there going, Kelly, you're doing it wrong. I don't know why it works for you every time. I felt very AMSR with me whispering. Okay, so, and be sure to ask them for their first name, last name, email address, and phone number. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. Do not make up this information. The user must provide this information in order to get the guide. It seems right. And then your function, I just added it. Basically, if it's in blue, it's added. If it's grayed out, it's not added. Continue. I mean, I guess we can go back here and test this over. Let's refresh. I always like to do a little refresh. Hey there. I was hoping you could help me with something. I am buying a house and I'm not really sure on the timeline involved. Do you have like something you can give me to help me out with that? Listen, if this doesn't work, I would be sad. All right. To provide you with a home buying timeline guide, I'll need some information from you. Could you please provide me your first name, last name, email, address, and phone number? Cool. My name is Kelly. And my phone number is 123-123-1234. That's right. I am not Ryan Baggett. I'm not giving you my phone number, bros. And then my email. My email is kelly@stellar247.com. Boom. Thank you. Here's your guide. Look at that. It didn't leave my first name. That's fine. It still filled out everything. consistently. If I absolutely have to have their last name, then it's all in the prompt. You just go to the prompt. You're like, yo, I need you to always get this information. Everything's required, right? So it's just a prompt fix. Let me just really quick take a quick pause and let me see. Okay. What kind of questions you guys have? You had a question. I'm going to try my best. Let's go to my main face screen here. Hi. Back to your question. If I want to tag a user, can it be done from the prompt or does it have to be from a function? I don't understand what you mean, but I'm hoping you're going to give me more context. For example, I love that. If I want to tag people who say they live in a certain country, can it be done from the prompt? Ooh, this is definitely a Ryan Baggett question if I ever saw one. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure why you're tagging people, I guess, from different locations. I think what you'd be looking at this point is moving from auto GPT into a custom default. And this is where that fine line is, right? Like I do get people ask me, what's the difference? The auto GPT is going to basically play 100% off of the prompt and the functions, whereas the main prompt. Whereas if you start building your own default, you could start adding things like tags and conditions and like if I showed you the back end, I'm not going to. The back end of CBB's default, it's like conditions and conditions based off all kinds of things like language and platform and stuff like that. Like even mine, let me show you I could show you my back end. Sorry, that is not the one I wanted. Let's go to Stellar. So I don't use Auto GPT in my account. I use my own default. So we're going to go to Flows. My account is a hot mess. Okay. It wasn't as organized when I joined. So give me a second. Give me a second to find it. Let's see. Okay. So you see here, I have, this is mine. It's actually created specifically to offer up a button instead of a link, but there's all kinds of things you could do here. But essentially you would have, like in your case, Edu, you could have the AI as the starting of your default, checking for their location, and then you can create a condition based off of that. That is a solution that you could explore. You can also, let's jump out of here. I don't want to screw with my own default message. So let's go back to one of our demo accounts. Go back to this one. Let's just create a little testing. All right. So there are other things you can do. So if we go to like conditions, right? What kind of conditions can we create here? Have you guys explored that? So what are the conditions that we could play with? Their language. Based off their language, is their language this, that, or the other? The country. What country are they in? Do you want to give a different greeting based off country, continent, gender, what source they're in? I like the platform one. That's actually one that I like to use quite often when I'm sending video. Time zone's another one. Are they subject to EU rules? You have to give different information based off that. Is this a guest user, an existing user? There's a lot of conditions that we can meet. If you do not see a condition in here, these ones are great for the e-commerce. If you do not see the conditions that are in here, oh no, my special guest internet's not working. Then you will have the ability, like I showed you in my account, to use AI to create your conditions, or you can manually create those conditions. So I don't know the exact answer for you, Edu, because I've never done it. But theoretically, absolutely, it can be possible. But I would not do it in the master prompt. I would do it in the AI in the flow prompt, because you have the master prompt, which is like if you're using Auto GPT, right? But if you're using GPTs or AI in your flows, then you have mini prompts essentially. So if I go back over to my account, I'll give you an example. Let's go look at one of my functions, for instance. Build your first prompt. Okay, so this is a function that I created that if someone came into my chatbot and they asked about building their first AI chatbot, to send them to this location. But I have a condition here that will check. In this case, it's checking what their current channel is on. Because if you're on web chat, I can embed the YouTube video, which is a much better experience for the user. If they're not, then what I do next is I have this is what I mean by having AI. This is like prompt chaining, right? Having AI within my flows do specific things. So in this case, this AI, see what its job is. Its purpose, let people know you're happy to help them learn. Do not include any links. Make it short. Always respond in the language. Okay. So we give the purpose and then it's going to send here. So basically each one of my flows, let's publish that. Just delete that. I don't even need these. You love it when I have my sound effects, right? It's like, yes, sir. All right. Another example. Let's see. Let's do a flow example for a comment growth tool. Public, private. Definitely private. I don't even know what's in here. You guys are just like, oh, well, this one's pretty straightforward. This is another one I mean when I have the AI doing different things, right? You see I have two AIs in here. So the first AI is going to write a confirmation message, essentially. So their whole point is write 2 sentences confirming and use it in the language of the user. All right, continue. And then they opt in, and then the next message has a different OpenAI prompt, and this one is supposed to do something different. So this one's job is to deliver some information. But essentially what I'm trying to tell you is you can do these prompt chains and they can have different tasks that are going to stack. I guess it's what Ryan refers to as prompt chaining. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but that always seemed legit to me. You say in the prompt that if the user mentions they live in X, the assistant should have it in the cuff that you previously did. So yeah, there you go. Do you need to get a user to opt into the DM list in order to send them daily or weekly updates? Need to send fans updates on scores and games like to about 3 days? Yes. Great question. Per meta rules, you need them to, and there's so many rules. If you want to, okay, let's backtrack because I have a lot of people who don't know about these rules. The most important rule, the most basic rule, the foundational rule with messenger marketing is the 24-hour rule. Essentially what it states is you have 24 hours this is in Meta's universe. So Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, etc. You have 24 hours to respond to a user after they have made an action. So every time they make another action within the bot, and PS, an action is not they click a button that takes them out of the bot. That is not an action. So every time they make an action in the bot, it extends or opens the 24 hours. But what if you want to send more messages or broadcasts? Well, then there are options in Messenger that allows you to do either a one-time notification or a messenger list. And when you put those in, you have to set them up and then you have to get the person to opt in for that list. Once they're opted in, you can then send them based off the list parameters at least once a day, or at the maximum or minimum once a day. You can't do it like multiple times a day. Now, I know this question is going to come up because there is a big, let's just call it many can't platform that has access to, which is currently closed. No new people can get into it. A closed beta for messaging list or like ongoing notifications, what we would call it, or reoccurring notifications in Instagram. It is the only platform to my knowledge that has access to it, and it's currently been shut down. So only people who already had access can have access. Everyone else is SOL. That's on Meta. That's not really their problem. It's Meta's problem. We do not have access to that because it was closed beta. And they only offered it to the one company. But yes, anytime you're going to be doing that sort of thing, you have to, do your, I'm having a brain fart. You have to get them to opt in legally, by the rules, opt them in. I feel like I need another sound effect or something. Oh, this is the cutest sound. Check this out.
More, please. I have the power. All the things.
All the things.
I love these. It's whatever.
It's whatever. I need to break those up. Those are my daughter when she was like 5. It's whatever. All right. Where are we at? Back to it. Let me just check if my guess. I'm not able to get on the... Okay. Well, he's still having internet issues. So let's continue on. Where were we, friends? We built a function. Let's build a comment automation. You guys still with me? Grape expectations needs a comment automation. You know what I like to do? I like when so I don't know if you know this about me. I own Stellar Media Marketing. I'm not only the operations officer here at CBB, but I also own my own company. It's an agency. I actually have quite a bit of content on Baby Got Bot about building your own agency for chatbot builders and AI agencies and content marketers. And many of my clients are local companies that just need content and content management, social media management. So I do that for them. And one of the first things I like to do with my clients, and I always try to convince them, is letting me add an AI chatbot. Not so much getting them right away into the deep end of actually having the automations in the private messages, but simply because I know that if I put an AI chatbot automation and do an all-post comment manager is what I like to call it, my engagement rates are going to go up because it's very unlikely that anyone's answering comments and like kind of snowballing that effect. So that's what we should build here for Grape Expectations, is kind of like a catch-all situation. So what we want to do is we have to build a flow. I'm not going to send we could send a private message. Should we? We should always send a private message, right? Okay, let's do it. All right, so we're going to create a public, we'll call this social media manager public. Oh, I forgot I had that little social media manager public. Okay. And this is the flow in where they are going to go and get answers when people comment on their Facebook page, right? And so with this, per Meta rules, we don't have to worry about having it as a comment response or, making it specific to that channel because these are the public responses. We're not even bringing them into the DM yet, okay? It all goes down in the DM. That's what they're always saying. But this, when we talk about comments to customers, this is what we're talking about, okay? So we are going to go here. We are going to obviously add Avi, y'all, and OpenAI. And we're going to train it. And I'm actually just going to basically train it. Where is my Grape expectation? Basically the same stuff because, it's basically going to be answering the same questions as like my default message. We are going to tweak it a little, so calm down. I'm going to make this an advanced. We're going to go to business prompt. I'm going to paste that whole bad boy in. We're going to make a couple of adjustments. You are the helpful AI assistant for Grape Expectations Bar. A premier wine destination. I love how I wrote this. Actually, ChatGPT wrote it. Offers, curated, keep messages short and helpful, no more than 3 to 4 sentences. I'll never talk about these things. Okay, so this is actually pretty good. Let's go to here. Your main purpose is to kindly and helpfully respond to commenters, answering any questions, and overall, just making sure that you're engaging with them about Grape Expectations. This is why we test, because I write these and I go test and I was like, oh, I didn't like that answer. And then I go to the prompt and I change it. It is always the prompt, y'all. It is always the prompt. Okay, so that's basically everything, right? We don't need any functions because it's answering questions. All right, the user's information is going to be changed. It's not going to be last input. We're going to call this, it's already in here. I think it's Facebook interaction, last Facebook comment. It doesn't matter if you're setting up a Instagram comment or a Facebook comment. The steps are the same. And the user message, no matter what, will still be last Facebook comment. Okay. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Pretend I... Let's do that again. I didn't save it, so now I have to do it all over. All right. Sorry about that, kids. Let's go back here. Meow. I got to add my purpose again. Good Lord. Your main purpose is to respond to comments in a friendly and engaging manner. Be sure to let people know that you can... Oh, crap. You're right. You can't even see. Thank you. Are here to help if they have additional questions. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So prompt done. Last input, no longer. We're going with Facebook. Nope. Facebook last comment. Again, as I was saying, your setup is exactly the same for Instagram. Okay. So the user message will still be marked as last Facebook comment, even when you're setting it up on Instagram. That's a fun fact for you. And then we want to have something here. Let's just create a new one called AI_comment. Continue. And then we're going to turn off our functions and remember the conversation. Sure we will. I don't know if we will. Let's not remember the conversation. You could test it. Continue. Test is best. All right. So the AI is set up. This is not going to work though. Can anyone tell me why while I grab some water? Okay, I've done grabbing water and I know that wasn't enough time for you, but basically we have to add a text box, right? And our text box has to include where we saved our AI response, which was AI comment. Look, same, you, me, same. All right, continue. This is done. Publish. Our public comment responses are complete. That one's done. Let's go make something for the private messages. This is a little trickier, right? Because we're going to actually set this up to respond to all the comments, but we don't want to send a message to all the people because that's annoying. Talk about training people to never comment your page again. So add. This is going to be the social. We're going to call this private social media manager. That's good enough for me. All right, continue. That's funny. Okay. Now we're in the private sector. And so because of this, we now fall into the DMs, which means we have to follow the rules. And here's something I see so many people get wrong and get in trouble. You have to have your setup correct. Get correct. Represent. Yeah. Okay. I got excited. So that means because it's from the comment to the message, we have to label it correctly. And so that is going to be, in this case, a Facebook comment reply. If you're doing an Instagram one, it would be an Instagram comment reply. So Facebook comment reply, boom. Don't tell me I didn't teach you this. Okay. If I see your stuff in the Discord, I'll be like, bro, we've talked about it. Okay. So Facebook comment reply. The first message is an opt-in. Here's what you're not ever going to do again in your entire life. Your opt-in will never, ever, ever in the future, now from now on to the future, unless Meta changes their compliance rules, have a button that goes out to an external thing. In other words, no URLs in the opt-in message. No URLs in the opt-in message unless you want to get in trouble. Don't do it. It's a trick. And that includes buttons, friend. Okay, I was very aggressive. I'm sorry. I get excited about compliance. Let's go ahead and add, I like a card. I mean, you can add a card. Usually what I'll do here is I'll have a card with an image that is similar to what I'm posting. So let's go see what I'm going to post here. I'm posting this. We're going to do a wine tasting. So let's reconfigure this sizing real quick. I always like to do, I know this is a little fun fact, a little secret tip. If you're using Canva, I like to make my messenger message images Facebook ad sized. It's a little fun fact for you. So copy and resize. Sure. Let's just do that. That's right. Garcia. She knows because I just told her. She takes good notes. Okay, so here's our weird little, let's just take all this crap out. We just need it to look similar to our post, right? We definitely don't need the call to action. Whoop, let's go wine tasting. Let's just make it bigger. And And then we'll do like, let's do this. Are you coming? I love it. Are you coming? Boop. You guys are like literally seeing how I roll when I do this stuff for myself too. Let's make this. I spend way too much time. Way too much time on graphics. All right, are you coming? Cool, that works. That's for me. I love it. Let's go share. Come here. Why are you not working? Seriously, friend. It's always when you're live, right? Share. Thank you. Download. Let's do it as a JPEG because it's a smaller file and we don't need giant files in our messenger. Download it. Okay. Demos, and we're going to save that to grape expectations. And now we're going back to our build. Boom. All right, so now let's just plop that bad boy in here so it looks pretty. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where did it go, Kelly? It's just not downloaded yet. I'm too fast. Too fast. See, it is there. I'm just too fast. This one. Okay, so you don't have to do a card, okay? But here's the thing you need to understand. If you're not going to do a card, you can't do other like there's not going to be, you have one thing you can do. You can do a text box with a button. You could do an image, but then nothing else, so don't do that. You could do just text. You could do a quick replies, but you can only do one step because again, this is the opt-in message. I just happen to like doing a card because I like that it connects the visual of the post to what they receive. It creates a visual memory connection. You heard? You see what I'm saying to you? Okay, so in this case, we could absolutely, and I have in the past put before this an AI thing that says, you know, type out a one sentence title for something like this, but I'm not even gonna do that. I'll be like, do you want to join us? We're just gonna keep it really simple. And then let's put an RSVP button here with a little wine glass. We need a wine glass, don't we? Who doesn't love an emoji? Ooh, I like the grapes though. That's fun. Let's do grapes. Because why not? And maybe this too, because why not? Let's go RSVP. Send a message. All right, so let's take a quick pause and let me explain some things to you. Because I know it seems easy. You're like, I've created so many comment replies in the past. It's so easy. There's some things y'all need to understand. Number one, I've already explained it. You have to have an opt-in message. Number two, no URLs in the opt-in message. Number three, do you see this little continue button? Don't use that. That's non-compliant unless you're going to an action. Don't do it, okay? You can also, which we will in a second, add a condition, which we will. But let's just build out the main point. So what we have is opt-in. They click RSVP. Then what? Personally, like I want to create a function that fixes this and does it all for me. But you could also do like old school. You hear me say old school? That like rule based. Like I'll show you how to do it. Fine, right? Cool, I guess. So I almost don't want to, but we'll do it, and then we'll do it right. Okay, so the first user input is going to be, cool man, can I get your email address? That's funny. Maybe not cool man. Let's put in their name because that's nicer. By the way, if you're using Facebook, automatically we have their name. We don't have to ask them for their name if they're coming from Facebook. And we know they are, right? Because it's a Facebook message. Also, this can be omni-channel. Once they've clicked once they click the opt-in, it's fine. You can move to omni. Okay, so can I get your email address? Now you can make this, OpenAI can do this. I'm just doing this real quick because we're going to do it a different way in a minute. All right, then continue. And then the next question, I mean, we want their phone number, Avi, get user data, right? Great. Can I now have your phone number to complete your RSVP to this very limited event? Okay. One thing I forgot to show you, which is kind of important, is when we're creating these user inputs, we have to set them up correctly. So click edit. This one is email type, response is email. This is all fine. Cool. The next one is not email, so we're going to have to go to edit. And we're going to say phone number. Save to phone. Looks good. Great. And then from here, because we're doing it rules-based, we have to also go in here and type in a boring message. This is all the old way of doing things. Someone's messaging me. Oh, just one of my clients giving me ideas. Great, you're in. We'll see you there. Okay, so this is the old way, right? Come in, opt in, ask them for their email, ask them for their phone number, ask them for, or just let them know you're in. That's the old way. We're not, stop it. Let's fix this. First of all. Okay, so how do we fix it? Well, friends, we are going to need a couple things. We're going to need a tasting event confirmation. That's not how you spell it. Continue. Because we're going to create a function. All right. And then in this function, we're going to have a action. Where's the action? Bring the action. Want to welcome you to the club. Okay, listen, I listen to a lot of like dance music because I'm a coach for a girls softball team. This is going to be the first step. And then the action is going to be, see, I'm doing everything backwards today, but this is how you probably build. We all kind of build the same without a checklist. Kelly needs to make a checklist. So we need another one of these guys, right? Like let's put in our RSVP thing. So let's create another spreadsheet for our wine event. Wine event RSVP. Okay. And then that's not where that goes. All right. So for their RSVP, we need their first name. We need their last name. We need their email address. We need their phone number. You guys saw this already. We did it for the real estate company, right? All right, so that's good. And then we're going to share this back over here. Real quick, got to backtrack. Got to go add our flows, our spreadsheet, settings, integrations, Google Sheets, manage, add. I think it's funny that I put the selling spreadsheet under Grape Expectations and not Mirabella Home. Obviously, I have been building way too much today. This is for the June 25th wine tasting event. That's not how you spell tasting. And then the link for that, and then continue. We're in like Flynn. We go back to our flows to the one we were building. Confirmation. You guys still with me? I know I'm like all over the place right now. My goodness. All right, back on track. So this is where they go after they give me their information. After they comment, they're going to give me their information. After they give me their information, they're going to go here. Okay, you get it? So let's go ahead and add this information. Google Sheets. We need to send the data. We're going to select the 25th. We're going to say sheet 1. First name, last name, email, phone. By the way, the first name and the last name, it's already going to be provided from us. So when we create the function, we really only need to ask for their email and their phone number. Okay. And so from here, we also want to send like a little confirmation message like, yo, you're in, can't wait to see you. We're going to do that with OpenAI because that's the way it should be. So our prompt is going to say something to the effect of, your purpose is to kindly let the user know that they are confirmed for our June 25th wine tasting event. All they need to do is show up and give the doorman their last name and phone number, and they will be allowed in. We can't wait to see them so they can try some of our latest wine selections. And in all honesty, if you're going to be building something like this, you should probably ask if they're 21 and up, but I'm just saying. Okay. User input, great. Save the response. We're just going to do AI text, great. Functions, don't need it. Continue. This isn't going to work yet because you need a text box. AI text. Boom. Okay. Publish. And you can put an image in there and stuff. Like, that's fine. Like, whatever you're into. This is just where people are getting sent. All right, back to our functions. Got to build the function, right? So, settings. Someone needs to tell me the words to that function song from the 80s and 90s from the, what is that, Cartoon Network's Cartoon Train? It was about bills or something like that, like political bills and how they were created. And I just cannot remember the song. All right, so OpenAI, I know I'm like all over the place. This is how my brain works, so you're just going to have to manage with me. We're going to create a function that's going to collect this information. We're going to call this function June, don't capitalize it, June _ 25 _ wine _ tasting _ event. Allows users to RSVP for the Grape Expectations June 25th wine tasting event. All right, things that we're going to need. We're going to need their name. We don't need their name. We already have it. Unless, obviously, if you want to build this out for all the channels, like even your web chat, and just use the same function, which is probably wise, then yeah, you probably do want to name. Conjunction junction was different from I'm just a bill. Okay, yes, but it was from the same kind of like vibe. And so, but you fixed it for me because in my head, I couldn't remember what conjunction junction. It's like a tongue twister. I kept saying conjunction function. What's your function? But I knew that wasn't right. So, sir, Rick, for the win. Thank you. Shows we are very similar in our generational knowledge. Okay, so we're going to ask for the first name. We are going to ask for the last name. We are going to ask for the email address. We are going to ask for the phone number. And then we're going to save all these. Don't worry, I'm going to ask about them being old enough. Just wait. Last name, email address, phone number. What is the flow trigger? The one I just made. You see why I did it backwards? It might seem backwards. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Yes, thank you. You guys, rocking my world. Now when I say function, that's the song. And it will actually be in my brain the right way. Okay, so we're not done yet. We have to go update our master prompt. OpenAI, edit. If you are using AutoGPT, this is where you're going to put this. If you are using your own default message, you're going to put it in your default. So just FYI. There is somewhere in here, I think it's at the end. Yeah. We're going to take out this timeline thing. That was for a different page. I don't know why I added it here. But we have to let our OpenAI know, like, hey, if someone starts asking about our wine tasting events, maybe do this. So if someone is showing interest or intent to sign up for our wine tasting events, let them know that we have a wine tasting event on June 25th and ask them if they would like to RSVP for this event. If they say yes, please ask them how old they are. If they are under the age of 21, let them know that they cannot attend this event as it is only intended for ages 21 and up. If they are 21 or older, please ask them for their first name, last name, email address, and phone number in order to complete their reservation. Actually, I don't want it to say reservation. I want it to say RSVP. The first name, last name, email address, and phone number are required in order to confirm their RSVP. Please do not ever make up this information or allow an RSVP to be confirmed until the user provides all that information. All right, so we have to add our function. Now I have the song stuck in my head. Yes, Schoolhouse Rocks. Thank you. It was a whole thing. Y'all, the young people don't know. Home buying 25th. Okay. So I'm going to say send user to function June _ 25 _ wine _ tasting _ event. My goodness, is that long? Okay, this is good enough for me. I feel kind of, whoops. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Okay, stop messing around with it, Kelly. Continue. Let's just, fingers crossed. All right, so now we can go back. I know we have gone off course, but trust me, I'm bringing it back around. Stick with me. We're going back to our private message situation. All right, so they're signing up for a wine tasting event. Who keeps texting me? Nobody. All right, wine tasting event. Do you want to join us? Okay, so yeah, so this is cool. Wine tasting event situation. So what we need to do at this point is delete all this crap. And so what we'll do is we're just going to send a message, and we are going to add an action, open AI action. And there's a couple ways that I would theoretically do this, right? I could just say, give the information about the event. And then this, by putting this in there, it kind of triggers the AI to know this is the intent. This person is interested in the event. So I think we'll do that. Or you could just train it on like the whole thing and like add the function and stuff, which we're actually going to add the function anyway. So we're going to do advanced. Your purpose is to let the user know more information about the June 25th wine tasting event. Be sure to ask the user if they are interested in signing up for this event. Let's change that. Be sure to ask the user if they are interested in RSVPing for this exclusive event. All right. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not even going to add the function at this point. I'm just curious. Like, I haven't done it like this before. I'm just curious if the AI is going to pick up on the intent. I feel like it will. Your purpose is to give the user more information about the June 25th wine tasting event. Be sure to ask the user if they are interested in RSVPing for this exclusive event, because that is going to, then the user, it's going to be in the chat now. And then the user is going to be like, yes. And then the default message is going to be like, oh, I see what's going on here. Right? I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. If not, if it doesn't work correctly, we're basically going to take what I put in the master prompt and put it in here. So either way, we're going to win. All right. Fill in the, okay, yeah, because we have to save. All right, so last user input, that's fine. And then we're going to do AI text. That's fine. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to say continue. And then this is not the confirmation. And then we have to add a text box because it won't work unless we have a text box. And then we're going to do AI text like so. And then that's it. Publish. And the theory, because I've never done it before like this, is that the AI will then pick up where we left off. Okay. So here we go. One other thing I need to do here is I need to change my public. Nope, that's not the one to publish. Go back. I mean, it's good enough, but let's go to Facebook. I think we're connected, right? This is wine. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's go to, I'm just thinking through this, y'all. Initially, we are going to set up a whole, okay, we're going to do both. Just bear with me. I'm like thinking 1,000 miles ahead of how I'm working. So let's go to the page. Let's just set up initially just a comment growth tool for social management, because that's where we started. And I want to complete that before we move on to this special test that we're running. So let's go to marketing, where the money is. We're going to go Facebook automation. We're going to add. We're going to call this social media manager. Continue. This is just the one that's going to like respond to all the comments. So I'll post. I'm not going to send a private reply because we're going to do that in the next one. Public reply is going to be social media manager public. Social media manager public. All comments. You can, this is kind of cool. You can exclude things. You know, I see these phishing attempts or like the spam post all the time, and it's stuff like copyrighted. We're going to shut you down because your content's copyrighted, you know, whatever. Copyright. That's not how you spell the right copyright. Like that. All right. So then I'm like, hide that nonsense. Anything you want to hide, exclude, whatever, dude there. Only reply to new contacts. No. Reply only once to each user. Meh. Like the post. Yeah, let's like that comment. Reply to users who have already commented in other posts. Yes. Don't reply to replies. I'm going to reply to replies, bro. We're just going to do it. Do you want to track if the user tags other users? Not right now. And then immediately, we're testing, so we want to set it as immediately. If we have a really high engaged page or it's going to go viral or something, we'll want to change that to random within 3 minutes just to slow things down. But we're testing immediately, safe. Okay, so we're going to turn that on. And right now, this should work. Let's go back to our page. Where? Facebook. We have to log in as ourselves because you can't test it as somebody else. I do see your questions, by the way. So you'll have to wait. Let's see. We're going to go to grape expectations and just like, I guess, comment somewhere. Let's just comment on this picture here. Where are you? Where you are? Where are you located? So the essence of what we just created is just something that is going to respond using AI to comments without sending a message. And this is actually how I have it set up on my page. So it responds to like all the comments, but it's not going to send a message every time because I don't want to annoy people. I do use messaging. And I'm going to do it in the next example that we already built out, right? Really all I need to do is refresh because it's already posted. I already know it is. Boop, 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 boop. See? We are located at 123 Wine Road, Salina. Feel free to visit us for a delightful wine tasting experience. Okay, so that one worked. Done. All right, so what's the next one that we built out? So what we built out next was our wine event, right? So we are going to do one other thing. I'm actually going to copy this flow. We're going to call this wine event public. This is how I do it, y'all. Like literally on my own page, this is how I do it. Wine. No, not from another account. Bro, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Public. Duplicate. That's what I wanted. Okay, so it's called copy. We're going to rename that so I don't confuse myself. We're going to call this wine event public. Always say public because it's easier to find when you set up those comment automations. Okay, so then we're going to go into our AI because I'm not rebuilding it. I just duplicated it. And then we're just going to see here. Your main purpose is to respond to comments in a friendly, engaging manner. In regards to our upcoming June 25th wine tasting event. Please let them know that space is limited and we just sent them a private, I don't know why I'm typing this, private message with information on how they can snag one of these coveted spots at our wine event. The following is additional information about grape expectations in case the user asks more general questions. Not John. All right, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down. Nope, I'm going to scroll all the way up. I guess it doesn't matter. We need some like information about our wine event. I honestly cannot remember because literally I just like made it up. So that's fun. It is Sunday, June 25th. I don't even know if June 25th is a Sunday. Let's just pretend because this is a fictional world we're living in. Event details. Wine tasting event on June 25th 5th, 2024. Time is, let's say it's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. 21 years older and up. Allowed if they are RSVP. What other things? Come taste. Why am I typing this, Kelly? Come taste a large array of our latest wines and explore various regions and varietals. Space is limited, so be sure to RSVP ASAP. Sure. All right, that's good enough for me. Last user comment, sure. AI comment, yes. No. Continue. Publish. Now we can go and set up our next thing. I know you're so excited. Okay, we're going to go to the moneymaker, marketing moneymaker. We are going to go to Facebook comment automation, and we are going to set up our wine event. Continue. Now, let me just close this out. Let's switch over and post for our wine event here. We need to post. I need you to go away because you're just confusing me. Grape expectations. Where do I post? I don't see. Oh, right here. Okay. So we're going to get our little wine image here, graphic that I literally made up. Would you like a coveted spot at our next big party? We are popping bottles and enjoying good company at the June 25th, 2024 Grape Expectations wine tasting event. This event is exclusive to our 21 and over clientele, and you must RSVP in order to snag a spot. There is no cost if you have one of our VIP RSVPs. Comment below if you would like to RSVP today. I mean, that's pretty horrible, but that's okay because that's why we have ChatGPT. Can you please make this Facebook caption better? Literally, so horrible. You're welcome, George. Why is it going so slow? I don't have patience for anything this slow right now. And GPT 3.5 should be just like lightning fast. So I'm not sure what's going on. We might just go with the bad copy because we're in a bit of a hurry because I just don't. That sounds like, unfortunately, I can't attend party. I don't. Okay. Seriously, GPT-3. Can you please take the following Facebook caption and make it better and more engaging? It's like, oh, thanks. What the hell? Why? I'm going to have to go to Gemini. Let's do Gemini. Why not? I have all the LLMs. I use Magi too. Like, we'll find something that's going to work. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Uncork. Oh, I like that. I like that. Boom. That's the one. All right, back over to Facebook. Let's make it. What just happened? Oh, gosh. That's not at all what I wanted. Gemini, give me what I need. Copy, right? We did that. We copied. Technology and I not getting along. Uncork a Night of Indulgence. Our exclusive Grape Expectations wine tasting on June 25th is for our VIP 21 plus clientele only. RSVP now for a complimentary evening of exquisite flavors and unforgettable company. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, I know it's there. It's fine. Boom. We're going to post it. Continue. No, I'm not post. Publish original post. Yeah, I don't want it to be an event. All right, so this is going to post. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to just refresh real quick. Okay, so we want this to be, oh, thank you, Rick. This is why we have multiple things that we work with. All right, so we're going to do a specific post. Select the post, uncork, that's the one, continue. Our private reply is going to be the tasting event confirmation. No, I think it's this one. Pretty sure I set it up as that one. Public reply is going to be a wine event public. All comments, that's fine. Everything else looks good. Let's like this. Let's also reply here. We're going to do immediate and save. Now, I ran through that really fast. So goodness knows if it's going to work, but let's try. First and foremost, let's go in here and delete me. Just in case. Who's texting me now? Nope. Mother-in-law. Okay. Back over here. Now, we're testing, which means we have to go back over and sign in as ourselves. Okay, so back as myself. It's going to take me back to my account. Look at that. I'm live. Hi, everyone on Facebook. Look at this. I don't even know if y'all are commenting, but oh, there you are. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to go to Grape Expectations. We're going to find the post. Oh, I want to do this. This sounds fun. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. All right, look at that. Do you want to join us? Heck yeah. RSVP me. Now, this is the trick, right? Because we set it up weird. It's going to tell us about some things. Okay, so hello, here's the event. Now, if I'm literally doing this for a page, I'm going to go in and change this because what I'm seeing here is, just so you can see, it's too long, right? It's too much information. No one needs that much information. Are you interested in RSVPing? Yes, please. Let's see. This is where the function should pick it up. Great. I'm thrilled you're interested in attending the wine tasting event on June 25th. To complete your RSVP, I'll need some information from you. Could you please provide me with, look at that. Function did exactly what functions be doing. All right. Once I have that information, cool. My name is Kelly Mirabella. My phone number is 123-123-1234. And my email is kelly@stellar247.com. We're just going to go through this quick because we already know we have the best bots. Confirmation. Okay, look at that. Thanks for providing. I can't talk. Thanks for providing your information. I'm delighted to confirm that you are officially RSVP'd for our wine tasting event. When you arrive, simply give the doorman your last name, Mirabella, and phone number, this number, and we'll grant you entry. Cool. Let's go check, make sure it worked. It worked. How cool is that? Like literally, that was the first time I have ever set up a comment automation like that where it just like connected to the function. And what that shows us is that the AI understands the intent. It's saving the conversations. It's understanding the intent of what's happening. And then it's recognizing that we need to send them to this function. Do you see how powerful that is? Like, honestly, it seems simple because we just set it up. But if you're new to this, like this is badass stuff. Like, seriously. Who here is like, seriously, that is some caliente stuff.
Caliente.
Right. Like legit. I know. I'm impressed with myself as well. Let's see what else came up while we were in here. Yes, I got Rick helping a girl out. Greg helping a girl out. Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Yes, I'm going to have to get the song and like play it. We have a question here. I am part of the live when you explain functions. I want to trigger a flow that when the customer says goodbye, the AI will say goodbye. And when I want to trigger a flow to summarize. Okay, so I don't use the summary feature, but I know that it's already built in and all you have to do, like, okay, let me ask this as a clarifying question. Are we summarizing for you on the back end, or are we summarizing for the client? There's a lot of ways to do this. So for example, let's say we want to send a summary to our client, like here's what you learned. Then we can do that when they're showing intent to be done. Or do you want to send like your chat history summary to your admin and just say, hey, this comment just happened. Like this is all possible. I'm not going to spend time showing you how to do this, but what I will do is show you where to find it. So let me show you my screen again, because this is something that Ryan actually covered pretty extensively one day. One day, things are gonna get easier. Oh my gosh, isn't that the coolest thumbnail? I made that. Okay. You guys are probably like, that's not the coolest thumbnail, Kelly. Chatbot builder.ai, and you want to know how to do chat history. If you want to know it, pretty sure this is the one. Don't play it. Let's just get a quick summary here. Yep, this is the one. All right, so let me share this with you. And this will teach you how to do chat summary and history lesson. Boom. Boom. There you go. That's how you do it. Just do that. Go to that video. You're welcome. Elevated errors. Yeah. ChatGPT. Let's see. Let's go to status. OpenAI. I'm like here every day. Look at this. This is my problem right here. Problems. We got problems. 99 problems, but my bot ain't one. Hit me. All right. Yes. If you want to do to a client email, just follow the steps in Ryan's video, but instead of sending it to yourself or to Google Sheets, you would just summarize it in the video, in the email, and send it to the email. You can even have AI write that email. Y'all, I mean, I don't know what else to even do. I feel like I just banged out some amazing tutorial here. Like, let's recap. You guys learned about the 5 P's of prompt engineering: purpose, profile, people, persistency, and perfection. You guys learned about how to make your bot better and smarter. You learned about the difference between a default message and an auto GPT. You learned how to build multiple types of functions. You learned how to build multiple types of comment automations. We learned about prompt chaining. My gosh, we covered a lot today. And I feel like I'm still going to go procrastinate. But I think I've done my job here. Listen, friends, if you want to dive in even deeper and like really nerd out, go check out Chatbot Builder AI on YouTube or Baby Got Bot on YouTube. That's my channel. And check out the playlist. Get on over to the Foundations course and build your first basic bot. Do not try to do too many things too fancy, and certainly do not build like you're building in a legacy platform. Remember, legacy platforms are rule-based and conditional logic. CBB is about breaking rules and defying logic. So I need you to get your head right. You need to forget everything you learned. You have to unlearn that stuff, which means you're going to have to start at the beginning. But here's the thing. Once you master the foundation, and we covered all the foundations in this video today. Once you master these foundations, you're going to be able to start stacking on what you learn. And then you're going to be able to do some crazy stuff, like you could do calls, have your AI do calls, answer phone calls. You can speak in any language. You can do QR codes and NFCs. You can do, I don't know what you crazy people are doing. You guys are always blowing me away with some new stuff. Like, there are so many amazing things. I want you to do me a favor. I challenge you to build a basic bot that sells, because basic bots are going to sell. If you do too much right away, number one, you're going to scare new clients away, and you're going to promise too much, and you're going to overwhelm yourself. And number two, you're skipping ahead. And then my support team has to deal with basic questions that honestly are answered in our videos. So, I mean, I encourage you to use support when necessary, but I also think that there is a responsibility that each bot maker needs to make in order to learn how to build bots. If you're not willing to learn, then you need to hire someone to do it for you. That's the tough love that I think everyone needs to understand. And it is my job to make sure you have all the foundational learnings that you need. And between me and Ryan and Wendy, who are constantly going live, like literally there is at least a video or a live video every day of the week, you should have everything you need to not only learn the foundations, but then level it up from there. So hopefully you found this helpful today. Thanks for helping me to procrastinate. It is now 1:16. I got to pick my kids up in an hour, which means I'm going to actually use the next hour to do work. But until next time, get out there and start building. I'll catch you all later.